Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Here in this video we have a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. We see here Bitcoin is right now actually dropping. You can see altcoins are getting absolutely destroyed, and I want to talk about if in fact this has been the entire bull market high as we previously talked about, where the pitchfork has been following every rule so far. We can see here we topped here at the median line. We see we got wicks through, but not a single close through this median line. So this is usually a major sell signal. So we really have to talk about this, and then I want to cover Ethereum and altcoins because each chart will give us different information. So right now here, so far so good. This median line has acted as the top. We can see here the pitchfork has been following the rules. So we use the previous bear market lows to the highs to the recent lows here, and we use the modify shift. We can see here this exact same pattern predicted the previous bull market top. So we take from the lows here to the highs and then to the recent lows here. And we use the modify shift, and we can see here how this same pattern has predicted previous bull market tops. As I said, that is going to predict this bull market top as well. So we can see here we tested it 1, 2, 3 times, and that was the absolute top of the bull market. Yes, we can argue that the real top was here, which technically that's true. We made a slight higher high, but if you sold here, you basically had a whole year that you didn't have to hold, and you would have been in profit. So this was actually the real top in my opinion. So that's exactly what we did here in this bull market. As we also talked about here in the Discord, if we go here, we can see here on the macro predictions, I did have this, if we scroll up here, I did have this as my target here. We predicted the whole move up, and right now we have created quite a substantial high. Personally, what I did is I later changed the target a lot. I got a lot of backlash for saying that I don't believe we're gonna go to 200, 300, 150k, and that was, I think, my biggest mistake, because I did change my target and started using this low here. So I broke my own rules. So this is something we have to talk about here, because as I said here, we can go here on the second chart I said this is macro support. So as I said, I changed my rules here. We use the COVID lows instead, so we will get a slight higher target here. So we can just remove this, we can see it. But I said as long as we can stay above the 0.5 line here, we can still have a possibility to go up to this median line and go to 100k. Right now it looks like we broke the macro support here. I said as soon as we break this macro support, I do believe I'm gonna flip bearish, and I do believe we'll go lower here. So right now I do think we're in some kind of fifth wave corrective wave down. So I have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do believe the fifth wave is gonna take us to around 52,000. And as I said, now when the banks are here, the bull markets will act differently. I don't believe personally that this has been a major top. I do believe just the bull market is gonna get overly extended. We have to remember we made all-time highs before the halving. So right now we're still in this sideways action, in my opinion. I do believe we're gonna go to 52k, and that's gonna be the next substantial bounce. If it's gonna be the complete low before we make new all-time highs, that time has to tell. But for now, I'm just sitting patiently, because I do think we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and either we have finished the fifth wave, but I do believe the fifth wave has to go a bit lower here to 52,000 for us to make a substantial bottom. Because overall, I am bullish. I do think we're gonna go higher, because we only just had the halving. We only challenged the all-time highs barely. But we have to remember, we need to stick to our rules. The rules here, the pitchfork rule says to use the complete lows, and the lows have actually predicted the top here so far. But we can, like previous bull market, we can expect something like this, I believe, that will come down here to 52k before then we bounce, and then of course we might make a higher high, because here we barely broke the previous all-time highs, and I do believe we're gonna see 100k. So something like this, I do believe it's possible that we'll come up here to the pitchfork again. That's my best guess at the moment. Overall, the market does not look good for the altcoins either. So if we check here the total altcoin market cap, my next target is here. We have a nice demand zone at 480 or 490 billion. So I do believe the altcoins are gonna go there. We can see here similarly, like on the altcoins, we go away on the log scale. We have the similar from the complete lows. You can see here on the log scale, we took from the complete lows to the highs and then to the recent lows. And in this case, we use the shift one, and we go away on the log scale. We can see here this pitchfork also predicted the complete top of the bull market. As I previously said, I had this as from the lows here to the highs. And if we go on the log scale, that as long as we can hold the 0.31, I do believe we're gonna go higher. So we can see here the power of the algorithms. So if we go in here on the daily, we can see here the algorithms are using these levels. We got multiple bounces here from the 0.31, 1, 2, 3. The fourth time the algorithms ran out of buying power. So that's what's causing this dump right now. So the whole time, in my opinion, the algorithms were the one holding up the markets, trying to push the price higher to get their target to 1 trillion. But I do believe for the altcoins, just the bull market is extended. Most of them need to go away, as I've been saying. We have too many altcoins circulating in the system, and we need to go lower. So I do believe it will be very, very healthy for the market if we can go down to 480 billion here, form some kind of bottom here before then we start the real bull run, where we see only the major altcoins performing well, while most meme coins and, let's say, shit coins are the ones that will remain or basically go to zero, because we need altcoins to go out of the market, to go to zero, for then the quality project to thrive and to continue higher. We can see here the altcoins haven't done much. We haven't even come close to the previous all-time high. So I do believe the altcoins can easily go to 1 trillion or 1.5 trillion, but this is going to take longer time to play out. For right now, I am bearish on altcoins, and I do think we're going to go lower since there's no support left at the 0.31. So that's my views right now. There's something I wanted to talk about here, because I see on Twitter a lot of people that are saying they lost a lot of money on this dump here. So I do believe it's important for people to self-reflect here. I think it's important for people to have a clear rule when it comes to trading. You need to know when to cut your losses. Like I said here, personally, I'll be bearish if we break the 0.5 line here, and that's what we did. So right now I'm just trying to stick to my rules and flip bias, because when it comes to trading, you need to be you need to put emotions aside. So you need to have clear rules. If your levels get invalidated, you need to change bias and not get emotionally attached to your trades or to your investments. Second of all, risk management. I see a lot of people don't have enough risk management. As I was saying here previously, I told people to go short here on Ethereum. So we called the short here right at the top here. I said go short if you're over leveraged. Most people did not want to open a short because they're feeling too euphoric when you see a small pump, and that's unfortunate, because usually when prices go up, that's when you think it's going to continue to go up forever. But that's when you actually need to step back a bit, analyze your risk, and see. Always you have to calculate what's going to happen if the worst case scenario happens. Are you going to be able to manage it? Remember, we want to trade this market. We don't want to gamble it. So you don't want to go overly leveraged or too much risk in one position, even if you're confident that the market will move a certain way. And then this comes to my third point. You need to follow your analysis and strategy. Even if you have a bad strategy, the most important is that you have clear rules, like we had here on the altcoin market cap. I told people here the clear rules are this: as long as we can stay above the 0.31, I am bullish. But right now we broke below, so this immediately for me, I flip bearish here. I'm not bullish anymore on most altcoins. I do believe longer term they're gonna go higher, but for shorter term, I do believe we need to go lower. The market is way over leveraged. I do believe that a lot of retail traders have to go away from the market before we can see any substantial move higher. So this is something I wanted to share with you guys, because I see on Twitter there's a lot of negative comments, a lot of people saying they lost money in the bull market or they listened to the wrong people. So this is just something I want to share with you guys. Lastly, I want to cover Ethereum, because people asking me about Ethereum. So we can see the latest chart we had here was from the highs to the lows here. I said I cannot flip entirely bullish unless we get a daily close above the 0.31, which we did not get. So we can see here, I said this is going to be a good short here, and the target would be the minus 0.236. We can see we actually absolutely broke through that, and Ethereum continued down. So in my opinion, this is the next pitchfork I have. No surprise to you that follow me, from the highs here to the lows and then to the recent highs, and we use the original. So we can see here how Ethereum right now has bounced. I do believe this can be a substantial bottom for Ethereum. If it's a macro bottom right now, I'm not sure, because I do think market needs to go slightly lower. So let's see, Ethereum could come down here again, but I do think we can get some kind of green action here, some green candle in the upcoming days on Ethereum, because on Ethereum we have to remember we never have reached this macro target. So I do believe that Ethereum is going to go higher longer term. So Ethereum as an investment, in my opinion, my personal opinion, is a good investment, because sooner or later we're going to reach this median line, no matter when. Even if we go further down here, I do believe sooner or later Ethereum is going to go up here. So I'm not calling for the bear market just yet. I do believe we're going to go into a stage where market needs to correct a bit more, but I don't believe that this has been a macro top and we're just going to start the bear market here. I do believe there's a lot of buyers left in the market, and I do believe we still have time to push to the all-time highs again. So this is what my analysis for today. Please comment down below and let me know what you think. If you have more questions, make sure to join the Discord link in the description. I hope you have a good week and a good day, and see you again guys tomorrow.